Welcome back to Suoiverp's Let's Play series. Since last time, the kids and I were exploring and found a village. This one. We've blocked the villagers inside their homes until we can make the place safe. We do plan to be back here a bunch though. But notice the coordinates. Our base is going to be at -100, -200. So it's a little bit of a trek to get over here. Not awful. Could be better. So we built nether portals here and at our new base, since traveling 1 block in the nether is the same as traveling 8 blocks in the overworld. But trips through the nether are not always a walk in the park. If you've not noticed, the nether can be dangerous, so we moved our nether portals down to the bottom of the world. But baddies can still spawn in our nether hallways, so it's time to fix this. As long as the portal's X and Z coordinates are the same, the Y level doesn't matter, which is why this portal here connects just fine to the one in our new base area, even though we've moved it from up there to about Y level 15 or so. So today I got some help clearing out a bit of a room here. Our efforts did stall somewhat as digging out netherrack isn't the most interesting project ever, but in this episode we're going to enlarge the portals and spawn-proof this room as well as our tunnels. And we'll also add a new destination. So we're going to break this portal and set up a new set of portals. I've laid out a shape here for our central portal. It's going to be 4 connected portals. They're going to share corners. In addition to looking cool and serving as the centerpiece of this room, the portals are going to be visible and accessible from any direction. I've laid out a shape for our central portal. It's going to be 4 connected portals that share corners. And here it is, fully lit and looking fine. I've measured out 9 blocks from the portal and I've placed the bottom half slab of smooth stone and then out to the side 3 blocks and 2 blocks and 1 block, 3 with this angle. That lines up with a diagonal on the corner of the portal, like so. So that's one segment, and each side continues that pattern. Ultimately, it makes a circle with a diameter of 23 blocks. I've dug the walls up as far as I could reach. Now we just need some slabs to finish this off. I have an abundance of netherrack. Now it's time to smelt those into nether bricks so that we can make nether brick slabs and keep mobs from spawning. 8 furnaces, not fast enough. We need slabs for the main room as well as all the hallways. So that's a lot of slabs. Someday we'll build a super smelter, but not today. Since these are bottom half slabs, the game doesn't consider them full blocks, and that's what prevents the mobs from spawning on top of them. So this is going to make our room down here safe. It kind of does limit our options for decorating the room since not every block has slabs as variants. So for example, concrete or wool, those are just full blocks only. We're not totally limited in the nether to using non-flammable blocks, but I would really rather not use something that burns. So that's going to limit our options as well. There we go. Went along very well. The real power of a nether transportation system is when you want to tie together many destinations. I found a second village around the side of this mountain that is right by our main base here. So let's head over to that village to set up a portal. Then we'll go to the nether side and we'll create a corresponding portal on the nether side. Why set up both portals instead of building one and going through it? It's a good question. Because if we do that, the game is going to generate a portal that almost certainly won't be located where we want it to be. So instead, by doing some simple math and then setting up and lighting both portals before going in, we get to control both sides and we don't have to adjust whatever portal the game creates. So this way, we're sure to have a portal in our nether hallway system and where we want it in the village. Wow, this is a crazy village. There is so much height variation here. These villagers are just in peril at every turn of taking fall damage and just dying. Houses and workshops spread all over the place. Way high, way low. All right, here's where we want to put the portal in the village. And here's the matching spot in the nether where the X and Z are the same as the overworld portal we just built, but divided by 8. So now we can finish the hallway, And once we've got this all spawn-proofed, we can set up a new portal here. Okay, we set up our portal here. Here we go, nice and big. Light it. And let's see what happens when we go through. As we expected, here we are in the village, right at the exact spot we previously had set up our portal. Perfect. Now it's time to do a little bit more decorating. So we've got this place spawn-proofed, but I went over in a creative test world and made a copy of this world, tried a few different block palettes out, different types that we do have access to already. Also, we want to put these jack-o'-lanterns underneath our copper slabs here, and in Bedrock Edition, light is able to get through slabs, so it's going to help brighten up our area a little bit. I don't know if you could tell, but it's not just the nether brick blocks and slabs. It's kind of dark in here. There's not really much light, so adding some light underneath the slabs will help give some brightness to the area and make it feel not quite as nethery. And then I really like the smooth quartz as kind of an accent color here. So we're going to create a sort of circular pattern on the outside. And that's about the layout for each of the quadrants you'll see, and we'll carry that around the rest of the circle. Some slabs and stairs or a little walkway up into the portal. And this is really orange right now, but the copper is going to age and oxidize. So that'll change to the green color in just a little bit. Take a little bit of time, but it's not a big deal. Okay, and stairs in this back and forth pattern. Create a connected sort of rim all the way around. I like the way that looks. Yeah, it's good. So we're going to do that on all sides, like so. And just bend it back and forth. And replace these slabs with copper and warped wood. Yes, definitely like that. That's a keeper. All right, I'm going to keep on doing this and bring you back in a little bit once I've got this laid out. All right, now circle complete. Got a little ladder up here where we can walk up and take a look. Yeah, that's nice. And here is with some corners set up. I tried several different styles or patterns. Not entirely sure which one I like the best yet, so we'll leave them and make them consistent later. We now have a fully safe nether hub with a few destinations, at least a couple of villages that we can get to quickly, so that is a success. So I've built some temporary scaffolding out of lower half slabs so that I can get up and down and reach these areas of the ceiling. Ceiling is definitely still a work in progress. I've made some adjustments. I've gotten to the point where out of the 4 corners that we had designed, really this one is the clear winner. I think what I want to do is tie in that kind of greenish warped wart block and have it run across the edge all the way around. It kind of feels like it's all tied together, and then bring the stone all the way up as though that's the support pillar holding the ceiling, and then tie in our blackstone, the polished blackstone. So we've got a circle down at the bottom, and then that sort of makes its way up to this polished blackstone square, and then there's a circle inside of that square, as it were, that forms a little bit of a dome up to the top. All right, I've finished the rest of the room. You can see some nether brick up on the walls and the ceiling. Ta-da! lots of smooth quartz and tied in some copper, which will age over time. I kind of actually at the moment like that orange color, but it's going to change like the oxidized copper down here and kind of fade in to match the rest of the copper that's in this room. But I really love the way the ceiling has turned out. It's got a lot of height to it, which just makes this room feel more spacious. And yeah, that's it for our Nether hub. It is really quite a nice piece of work. I mean, we're going to come through here a decent number of times, traveling places, and it will just be enjoyable to walk through a Nether hub that feels really well put together. And that's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in, and good luck on building your own Nether hub. If you've done that in the past and you like the way it's turned out, maybe offer some tips in the comments and share some suggestions for what we could have done better or differently in this particular Nether hub. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day. Suoiverp out. One last thing before I go, stick around because there's a bug in Nether portals right now in Bedrock Edition where if you go through another portal, you may suffocate or at least take some suffocation damage. So if you've experienced this, I've got a link to the bug report in the description. Go over to Mojang's bug tracker, report it, see if we can get them to fix this, because it's just annoying. All right, take care. Well, that was unpleasant. Nothing like suffocating in another portal. Sheesh.